Our community is in high need of health science occupations, manufacturing jobs, education and human services, counseling services, just to name of a few, and that's growing rapidly. We set out on this journey several years ago to assure that 75% of our graduates had some type of training or certification within 6 years after graduation. In order to do that, we need to set our students up for success, and we have to help them build those connections, those pathways post-graduation, and the skills necessary to be successful. Early career exploration offers a sense of direction and can motivate learning, which increases graduation and post-secondary and graduation success. CTE is an area that will help promote this, and the bond will allow us to renovate old locker room spaces in order to provide better access to CTE program and collaborative spaces. So just to give you a few examples, if you're not familiar for career and technical education, one of our areas needing assistance is our culinary arts program and our child development and education program. Those areas are very small in size, which limits the access to students that can go through that program, and we turn people away from that exploration. Another area of need is when we look at manufacturing within our community. One of our labs is the original lab space that was created when this high school was built. And of course that machining and stuff, wears and tears over time. And so in order to provide actually on-the-job type training, we need to update those spaces. And last but not least, we've been blessed to build our health science program, and we're taking a look at education and criminal justice. Those spaces are not very equitable and accessible to all students based on location and size and placement within the building. We need to establish spaces that our students can be involved in extracurricular activities, because we have a lot of demographics change and our students can't afford to pay for private lessons and spend countless nights and late nights away from families, because those are the only times they can access those resources. Every season, our activity spaces are used up by in-season sports and activities, which create long days for our student athletes and activities, practicing until 9:30 or later at night, which limits access to students who are not in their in-season sports and practicing in the off-season. Our youth programs across the district have limited access to activity space, reducing opportunities for development and the chance to be competitive with other area schools. This is not just about sports or needed court space, but also about music practice space, cheerleading, dance, wrestling, clubs, track, and off-season, just to name a few. From the fine arts perspective, the classrooms are limited and not accessible by all students. We're lacking classroom spaces to adequately meet the needs of our orchestra program, who are currently holding classrooms on our old stage. These classroom spaces are not conducted to the size of our program, and they lack access to whole classroom space. When you look at research, participation in extracurricular activities increases a sense of students' engagement and attachment to their school and community, which is going to increase the likelihood of them, not dropping out, graduating from high school. And if we know participation in extracurricular activities can lead to school and success, the availability of these activities and resources to students of all backgrounds becomes an important equity issue for us. We need these resources to provide access to all students, providing them the opportunity to compete and be involved without falling behind. This is why the Go Bond is so important, not just for the high school, but from our K-12 and our community perspective.